And what I've seen faculty talk about repeatedly is that the most important thing they got out of going into a hybrid course building experience was having to define for themselves actually what they wanted students to learn. Because when you have a technology team that's there and they're dedicated and they're going to be running a clip and you're going to be talking for 8 to 10 minutes, you don't get into that and sort of talk through the material or think about coverage of the material. You think about what's most salient. What am I going to do in these 8 minutes? What do I want students to take away? So in some way, a hybrid course takes away the luxury of time, and it sort of forces you into that small space where you have to say, well, what do I want them to get, and how do I make sure that that's something they'll really walk away with, the majority of students? So for me, those things have helped me become really interested in assessment. At the same time, right, I'm the accreditation officer, so that means that I go to the WASC conferences and I hear all the language that gets used. And other campuses that are not research campuses with academic senates, they can approach assessment and they say, you know, here's the template, everyone's going to do the template, here's the system, everyone has it, all faculty are expected to look at a course every year. That's not our culture. So a big part of today is arriving at a moment in our culture, in our way at UC Davis, where faculty have engaged in trying to figure out what students learn, and if the way that you think your major is working, or a particular course in your major is working, is indeed how it's working. Or you've come here and you're frustrated because you're like, I can't do this. I try to do it and I can't do it. For us, it's been a slow process of talking about what it means to assess student work and student learning in a complicated environment like ours. And it's the Senate, by creating that part of program review, that now says every program, undergraduate, undergoing program review, faculty will look, magic question 8, will look and see a direct assessment of student learning in one way or another.